Hello again, boys and girls. It's Dee the Jolly Lighthouse Keeper out here at Flagstaff Hill. I've taken my mask off at the moment so that you can hear what I'm saying. Now, boys and girls, we're going to have a look at making these lovely fragrant lavender pouches. Now, here's two that some other boys and girls have done. That's got an actual lavender design on it, which is very clever. This has like a fishy aquatic design, which is very applicable to us here on the shipwreck coast. What design you make is up to you. Now, lavender smells very beautiful. It's a lovely thing you can put in a drawer at home or into your bag, or just something you'd like to have in your pocket and have a bit of a sniff occasionally. How do we make them? Well, that's a good question. In your bag of awesome things, you will find a piece of calico. Now, what we're going to do with the calico is we're going to glue the sides up. And this is how we do it. You get a bit of your glue, and to run the glue down the side like so. Get another little bit, run the glue down the sides like so. Then, find about the halfway point, fold it over, push it down. You give that about 4 hours, it will dry, and then we'll move to the next. And then once it's dry, I'll put that one aside. Here's one that we made earlier. So you can see the edges. Once it's dry, we're going to turn it inside out. So here we go. Turn it inside out. Be a bit careful. Pulling it inside out. And that way the edges, the glued edges, won't be seen. They'll be inside the bag. And here we go. Almost there. Just be a bit careful with it. Pop those little bits out. Alright, here we go. So, there is our bag. But you notice the edges are now on the inside. So now we've got a clean join. So if you look at these ones, you can see there's a clean join. So it's turned inside out. So there's our pouch. It's now ready for the next step. Right, our next step is making a design to go on it. As I say, there's our lavender design. There's our Flagstaff Hill Maritime Museum nautical design. Now, Kate and I put our heads together and we came up with this design. So we've got a piece of paper, we've laid out our design on the paper. Now, that looks really good, but do you know what? That was really easy to make. If you have any trouble with ideas or cutting out, get mum or dad or auntie or uncle, caregivers, grandparents, etc. to give you a hand. And you could even sketch it out with a pen and paper to start with. What we're now going to do is put this design onto our lavender bag. One of the things we have to be really careful of is if we stick this design straight onto the bag with glue, the glue may seep through the calico and stick all the bag together. So that's why I've got this bit of paper. So I just move my design to one side. I get this piece of paper and I pop the paper inside the bag, like so. In we go. Pop, pop, pop. Okay, feel it where it is. So that's where the bottom of it is there. Now I'm going to glue the pieces down. So the first piece I'll put down is the stem of my flower, mine and Kate's flower. Oopsie daisy. Kate's filming today. Hello, Kate.
Hi, Dee.
All right, so I'll put my glue down for the stem. Put my stem down. There's my stem. Now I've cut out a little bit of the maroon material to make the ground. So giving it another little bit of glue. And you notice my paper ends about there. So I'm just making sure I don't put the glue through to the other side. All right. The next thing is this beautiful green leaf. Here we go. Put our green leaf on. Oh, it's looking great. The top of my paper's there, so I've got plenty of room to go yet. So now the flower itself. Pop that on like that. It's actually looking really good. All right, and the last bit is the centre of the flower, which has a scientific name, which I don't know. So all you budding botanists out there can Google that. And there's our design. Actually, it's turned out really well. Just leave the paper in there for the moment. Just let it dry a little bit. You might put that aside and let that dry. Just make sure that the glue doesn't seep through. Now, in your bag you will find a paper bag full of lavender. Look at it. It's lovely. All right, we are going to pop it into our bag. Now we've let that dry. We're going to pull a bit of paper out now. Ah, good, the paper hasn't stuck, which is great. Here we go. Pull the paper out. Pop that to one side. Now we're going to fill our bag up with lavender. So, let me see. I might use this as a bit of a brace. Here we go. All sorts of ways you can do it. You can use a tablespoon, a little spoon, a scoop, or if you're adventurous like me, you can tip it in. Here we go. Oh yes, there it goes for that going in. You know what, boys and girls, that's about halfway so far. Don't be scared of putting too much in. You're better to have a big, big lot in here because you can squish it around. Okay, once we've done it. All right. So, let me show you what that looks like. Okay, I might put a little bit more in, just a little bit, because I've got a lot of lavender in the bag here. Here we go. So, the last bit is we're going to fold this top over and glue that. So, let's do that next. Rightio, the last bit is folding the top down. So, push these little bits in like that. So push the little corners in, fold, 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 fold. And then we're going to get your glue, run it along the top. And give that a good pinch down. Try to get your corners as square as you can. Again, I know you'll do a much better job than me, as you always do, boys and girls, but I try my best. And I'm going to put that to one side, or just push that little bit down a little bit more, give it a pinch. And there's our bag. Squeeze that a little bit to fill it out rather. And there's our bag. There's the one that one of our young craft people made. That's a beautiful one. There's the one I made. I'll give myself 6.5 out of 10, but I try. Have a go. It doesn't matter. They all smell beautiful. And I think they all turn out well anyway. All right, boys and girls, that is Fragrant Lavender pouches. Thank you very much.